All of you are welcome back to my YouTube channel. Uh, and today we are going to see the note from Dbms. Okay, I think yesterday also we have seen this read this note. Now I think we will move towards this note. What is DBMS? Database Management System is a program that controls creation, maintenance, and use of the database. DBMS can be termed as a file manager that manages the data in the database rather than saving the file into the system. A relational database or the relational database management system RDBMS includes the data into the collection of the tables which is related by the common field between the column of the table. It also provides the relational operator to manipulate the data stored in the table. And what is unique key? Unique key is a constant unique identified each record in the database. This provides uniqueness for the field or the set of the field. The primary key constraint as the default unique constraint defined on it, but not the case of the unique key. What is primary key? Primary key, the combination of the field which uniquely specify a row. This is the special kind of unique key. It has no implicit or not null constant. That means primary key value cannot be null. What is foreign key? Foreign key is a table which can be related to the primary key of another table. Relationship need to be created between two tables by referencing a foreign key with a primary key of another table. Foreign key can have a duplicate key value. What is cursor? A database cursor is a control which enables traversal over a row or the record in the table. This can be viewed as a pointer to one row in a set of the row. Cursor is much more useful for transversing such as retrieval, addition, and the removal of the database record. What is a stored procedure? Stored procedure is a function consists of many SQL segments to access the database. Several SQL statements are consolidated into a stored procedure and execute them whenever and whatever required. What is view? A view is a virtual table which consists of the subset of the data contained in the table. View are not virtually present in text. Less space to store. View can have the data one or more table combined. It is depending on the relationship. What is query? Query is a way of questioning, requesting the information back from the database. Query can be designed in a such way that it matches with the expectation of the result set. Simply a question of the database. What is sub query? Sub query is a query with another query, or the outer query is as the main query and the inner query as a sub query. Sub query is always executed first and the result of the sub query is passed to the main query. What are the joins in the SQL? The joins clause is used to combine the row from the two or more table based on the related field between them. It is used to merge two tables or retrieve data from there. There are four joins in SQL, namely inner join, full join, right join, left join. What is data integrity? Data integrity defines the accuracy and the consistency of the data stored in the database. It can also define the integrity constraint to enforce the business rules that on the data when it is entered into the application or the database. What is the difference between the drop and the truncate command? The drop command removes a table and it cannot be rolled back from the database, whereas the truncate command remove all the row from the table. How can you create an empty table from an existing table? Create a table, new table, and select from existing table where one this. What do you mean by the trigger in SQL? Trigger in SQL are the special type of stored procedure that are defined to execute automatically in place or after the data modified. It allow you to execute a batch of a code when you insert update or any other query is executed against the specific table. What is the difference between the delete and the terminate command? Delete command is used to remove the row from the table, whereas where the clause can be used for the conditional set of the parameter comment and a rollback can be performed after the delete statement. Terminate remove all the row from the table. Turbulent operation cannot be rolled back. Describe the SQL command, DDL, data definition language. GDL actually consists of the SQL command that can be used to define the database schema. It is simply deals with the description of the database schema and used to create and modify the structure of the database or the object in the database. DQL, data query language, DML statement are used for performing the query and the data within the schema object. The purpose of the DQL command is to get some schema relation based on the query passed to it. What is Alice command? The Alice name can be given to a field or a table or a field. This Alice name can be referred in with the class to identify the table or a field with some exception. Example, select ST student ID X result from the student ST exam AS where ST student ID X student ID here. ST refers to the alien's name of the student table and the EX refers to the alien's name for the exam table. What is the constraint? Constraint can be used to specify the limit of the data type of the table. Constraint can be specified while creating and altering the table statement. Sample of the constraint are not null, check, default, unique, primary key, foreign key. What is join? Class join? Class join defines to the Cartesian product where the number of the row in the first table multiplied by the number of the row in the second table. If suppose where the class is used in cross join, then the query will work like an inner join. What is normalization? Normalization is a database design technique that reduces the data redundancy and eliminate the undesirable characteristic like the insertion, update, and the deletion anomalies. Normalization rules divide the larger table into the smaller table and link them with using the relationship. The purpose of normalization in SQL is to eliminate the redundant repetitive data and ensure the data is stored logically. The inventor of the relational model, Edgar Code, purpose the theory of the normalization with the introduction of the first normal form, and he continued to extend the theory with the second and the third normal form. Later, he joined the Raymond F. Bush to develop the theory of Bush code and normal form. Database normalization with the example. Database normalization can be easily understood with the help of the case study. Assumes a video library maintains a database of the movie rented out without any normalization. All the information is stored in one table is shown below. Janet Jones first strip plot number one, Pirate of Caribbean class of Titans misses Robert Phil, third state 34, forgetting the Sra Marshall Daddy Little Girls, Mr. Robert Phil, third state 34, forgetting the Sra Marshall Daddy Little Girls, Mr. Robert Phil, Fifth Avenue class of the Titans, Mr. Table number one. Here you can see movie rented column has multiple value. Now let's move into the first normal form. INF first normal form rules. Each table cell should contain a single value. Each record needs to be unique. The example in the first normal form are the Janet string, first string plot, Pirate of Caribbean, Mrs. Janet form, first street plot, class of the Titans, Mrs. Robert Field, third street 34, forgetting the Sra, Mr. Marshall, Robert Field, third street 34, Daddy, Little Girls, Mr. Robert Field, Fifth Avenue, class of the Titan, Mr. Table 1 INF form. Before we proceed, let understood a few things. State tree names in UCSMMDY. What is composite key? A composite key is a primary key composed of the multiple columns used to identify a record uniquely. In our database, we have two people with the same name, Robert Phil, but they live in the different place. Robert Phil, 3rd Avenue, Street 34. Robert Phil, 5th Avenue. That is Little Girls, Mr. Class of the Titans, Mr. Hence, we require both full name and the address to identify the record uniquely. That is composite key. Let's move into the second normal form, 2NF database normal form. Here is the normal form 1NF, first normal form, second normal form 2NF, third normal form 3NF, PCNF Boyne's code normal form 4NF, fourth normal form 5NF, fifth normal form, and sixth normal form. The theory of data normalization in the SQL is still being developed further. For example, there are the discussion even on the sixth normal form. However, in the most practical application, normalization achieves is based in the third normal form. The evolution of the normalization theory is illustrated below second normal form rules 1 b in f rules second column primary key in it is clear that we cannot move forward to make our simple database in the second normalization from useless with participation the table above James Jones first street plot number 4 Robert Hill third street 34 Mr. Robert Phil Fifth Avenue 54 movies rented Pirate of Caribbean Clash of Titans forgetting the Sarah Marshall that is Little Girls Clash of Titan we have decided our one F table into the two tables via table 1 and table 2. Table 1 consists of member of information. Table 2 consists of information of the movie rented 3 and F third normal form rules. Rule number 1 B in 2 and F. Rule number 2 has no transitive function dependency. 3 and F Janet Jones Robert Phil table number 1 Pirate of Caribbean Class of Titans forgetting the Sarah Marshall, Daddy's Little Girls, Class of Titans, Salutation, Mr. Mrs. Doctor. What is key? Our key is our key value is used to identify a record in a table. Uniquely key could be a single column or the combination of the multiple column in the table that are not used to identify the record uniquely are called the non-key column. Primary key. A primary key is a single column value that are used to identify a database record uniquely. What is composite key? A composite key is a primary key composed of the multiple column used to identify the record uniquely in our database we have two people with the same name Robert Phil but they live in the different places hence we require the full name and address to identify the record uniquely that is a composite key. Let's move into the second normal form rules b in f second column primary key. What are the transitive functional dependency? The transitive functional dependency is when the changing a normal key column might cause any other non-key column change. Consider the table. Changing the non-key column full name may change the salutation. 3 NF third normal form rules. Rules 1 be in 2 NF. Rules 2 has no transitive functional dependency. Why do we need a foreign key? Suppose no wish insert a record in a table B such as membership 101, Mission Impossible 1 to 3, Janet Jones, Robert Phil, First Street plot number 4, Third Street 34, Fifth Avenue, Mr. The above problem can be overcome by declaring the membership ID from table 2 as foreign key of membership ID from table 1. Now, if somebody try to insert a value in a membership ID field that does not exist in the parent table, an error will be shown. The foreign key can have the different name from its primary key. It ensures the row in one table, a corresponding row in another. Unlike the primary key, they do not have to be unique. Most often they aren't. Primary key can be null even though primary key cannot move is rented membership ID 1 2 1 1 2 2 3 Pirate of Caribbean Class of Titan forgetting the Sarah Marshall that is Little Girls Class of Titan and BCNF Boeing's core normal form. When a database is in the third normal form, still there will be the anomalous resulted if it has more than one candidate key. Sometimes BCNF is also referred as the 3.5 normal form, 4NF, fourth normal form rules. If no database table instance contains the two or more independent or the multi-value data describing the relevant entry, then it is in the fourth normal form. Fifth normal form rules. The table in the fifth normal form is only if it in the 4NF and it cannot be decomposed into any normal of a smaller table without the loss of the data. Sixth normal form purpose. Sixth normal form is not the externalized yet. However, it is being discussed by the database expert for some time. Hopefully, we would have a clear and standardized definition for the sixth normal form in the near future. That's all the SQL normalization summary. Database designing is critical to the successful implementation database management system. That means the data requirement of the enterprise system normalization in the DBMS helps to produce the database system that are cost effective and add the better security model. Functional dependency are a very important component of the normalized data process. Most database systems are normalized database up to the third normal form. Okay, this much for today for the reading of DBMS database management system BCA fourth semester. I hope you have understood something new. Okay.